How my videos are performing, I should not be paid, but it is the same for the Chelsea's set piece coach because you should not be conceding goals in such a way. That's just absurd. But that is just one of the absurd things and things that people did not see that happened in that game. And I'll go through them. First is Maresca's trial and error. Like Maresca, we start a game with two right backs who are not playing in right back. Three center backs, who one of them is not playing in center back. Uh, Two midfielders, but one midfielder is playing as a winger. And then forwards with every person playing in their own way. And he is lucky that that worked. If it had not worked, which to be fair, it did not work in first half. He had to make certain changes. After first half, he had to bring people like Nkunku. He had to take out, and he also had an injury where he brought in Cucurella to play in left back. The trial and error in certain games, which this was going to be if Copenhagen had come at us, like if Copenhagen decided to attack us in that first half, they would have probably gotten us. But it happened. Now, the second thing is that all our goals came from midfield. I haven't seen anybody talk about that. Like we had a lot of forwards, but the two goals scored are James, just a shot that on a good day it would have been saved. But this is football. We score, and Reece James is good. And then Enzo coming back to hit a 45 from the mistake of Copenhagen. Our forwards, they did not create any chance. We had two shots until like the 70th minute. And the two shots were the two goals. Like Palmer, I mean shots on target. Palmer made certain shots which went off target, and I don't think any other person made a on target shot in that game. I can't recall. And then the other thing is Palmer. Like we have been depending on him, not so much in the last like 7 or 8 games or even 10 games, but we have been depending on him, and I think this will be the right time to cash out on him. I mean, his stocks are up here. Like right now, if you go to SofaScore or any price rating team, like is worth about 250 million. But then, I think if he continues playing in this way, by the end of the season, it will be like about 100. And then it will be going down, which I will say he's playing is not bad. He's so talented. He's a good player. He does the right things certain times. But for a period right now, he has been, I don't know if it's lacking confidence of just being, he has not been the player. Like you will see him play and then wonder like there's something off. And it's not just because he's not playing to the best of his ability. It's just that the way he plays, he's holding the ball too long. He wants to dictate the match, but he's not dictating the match. You see, like those guys who try so much to like create something off the ball, like they hold the ball too much, they try to control the pace of the team. But the problem is that by controlling the pace of the team to a certain extent, they make the team play in their form, in their way, in their pace. Like the team is waiting for him. And now if the team is waiting for you, if you are controlling the team and you are underperforming, there's a high likelihood that also the team or the people around you will not perform to their best of their ability or to their best of their form. Like there's a high chance that the people around you will take your form. So if you are underperforming, there's a high likelihood that also the people around you are underperforming. And for a good player, you just can't go 10 games without showing that you are the guy. If I see even Salah, sometimes Salah, like right now, Salah is probably out of form. But there are two games, like he finds Leicester he scores, like he finds Southampton he scores. Like Palmer, even in this game, in the previous game, or in the next game, these are like the low level opponents, like the opponents who are not like high quality. So you, even if you are out of form as a player who we have rated as high as you have rated Palmer, he should be scoring these goals. He should be scoring these teams. It should not just go to the extent where we feel like you're just another player. Because if you're another player, then who was having just a good run, like if you are Gael Kakuta, if you are like just a good player having some 2, 3, or 4, 5 good seasons, then at the time where your form starts dipping, that's when we should sell you. We should not wait until you are not valuable. That's what I think. That's what I feel. Now, the other thing and the last thing is that people are agreeing, or Maresca just, I don't know how to put it. It's not that people are agreeing, it's that Reece James at midfield is based to a certain extent. Of course, he wore out at the end of the game and start getting, everybody started doing some crazy stuff. Like you will, at some certain extent, I felt like somebody will get a red here, because but then before, like in first half, or he was controlling the game, he was controlling the mid, he was taking the passes and he scored, which means he might get the position. They even joked after the game, like Maresca saying that he always knew Reece James was going to be the mid. It was going to be in the mid. Now, Malogusto came out injured. I don't think they are going to do the same in the next game. I don't think they are going to put Reece James in midfield if there's no right back. But then again, this was also a game where we had two right backs and none of them was playing in the right back. And you think that even in the next game, we might be not having Malogusto, but still Chaloba will still be playing in the right back position, and we'll have Reece James, and that is helping the team because now we are not conceding chances as we used to. Like in that game, at some point, even Copenhagen just decided like we will hit these guys on counter attack, but that even did not work. Like the only goal we scored was in a free kick, and now that's why I'm saying like we should sack the free kick coach, because wow, what is he doing? Anyway, that was that for that game. Good night, and subscribe please. Like, why do you want me to perform like the Chelsea set piece coach? Like, we should separate this thing. I do my work so well. I'm not like the Chelsea set piece coach. We shouldn't. Let's castigate him, then subscribe to this channel. Good day.